In 1994, a quiet prison drama arrived in theaters with almost no noise, no massive marketing, no huge opening weekend. Yet over the years, The Shawshank Redemption became something far bigger than a movie. It became a story about hope that millions of people still return to again and again. But behind those unforgettable prison walls were actors whose lives changed in ways no one expected. So, what really happened to the cast of this legendary film 32 years later? The real story is even more surprising. Before we step back inside Shawshank Prison, take a moment to support the channel. If you enjoy nostalgic deep dives into classic movies and the lives of the actors behind them, make sure you subscribe and like the video. Tim Robbins, Andy Dufresne. When The Shawshank Redemption was filmed in 1993, Tim Robbins was 34 years old. At the time, he was already respected in Hollywood, but no one could have predicted that his quiet performance as banker Andy Dufresne would become one of the most beloved characters in movie history. Andy was not loud, he was not violent. His power came from patience and intelligence. Watching him slowly carve hope out of despair turned him into a cinematic legend. But here is what most people do not know. Robbins almost passed on the role. The script felt risky because prison dramas rarely succeeded at the box office. Yet once filming began inside the real Ohio State Reformatory, Robbins realized the story was something special. After Shawshank, his career continued to evolve. He starred in films like Mystic River and won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in 2004. Outside Hollywood, his life has been just as interesting. Robbins spent many years with actress Susan Sarandon, forming one of Hollywood's most famous couples before their separation in 2009. Today, Tim Robbins is 67 years old. He continues acting, directing, and working in theater. His estimated net worth today is around $70 million, but for millions of fans, he will always be the quiet prisoner who reminded the world that hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things. Morgan Freeman, Ellis Red Redding. When Morgan Freeman stepped onto the Shawshank set, he was already 56 years old. But the role of Red would permanently change how audiences saw him. Red was the narrator of the film, the calm voice guiding viewers through prison life. His lines became some of the most quoted in cinema history. The real story is even more surprising. The character of Red was originally written as an Irishman in Stephen King's story. Freeman joked about the change with one famous line in the film, "Maybe it's because I'm Irish." His performance earned an Academy Award nomination, and it helped transform him into one of the most recognizable voices in Hollywood. After Shawshank, his career exploded. Freeman starred in major films like Setten, The Dark Knight trilogy, and $1 Million Baby, which earned him an Oscar win in 2005. But his life outside acting has also drawn attention. He survived a serious car accident in 2008 that left him with lasting nerve damage in his hand. Today, Morgan Freeman is 88 years old. His deep voice remains iconic. His estimated net worth today is around $250 million. And even after decades in Hollywood, many fans still believe his role as Red remains one of the greatest performances ever captured on film. Bob Gunton, Warden Samuel Norton. Every great story needs a villain. In Shawshank, that role belonged to Bob Gunton, who played the corrupt and ruthless Warden Samuel Norton. During filming, Gunton was 48 years old, and he brought a chilling calmness to the character. Norton believed he was righteous. He quoted scripture. Yet behind the scenes, he ran one of the most corrupt prisons imaginable. What happened next shocked everyone. Gunton's performance became so convincing that some viewers genuinely hated the character long after the movie ended. Yet in real life, Gunton is known as one of the kindest actors in the industry. Before Shawshank, he was already a respected Broadway performer and even received a Tony Award nomination. After the film, he continued working steadily in movies and television. You may remember him in projects like Demolition Man, Argo, and many popular TV series. His career may not have been as flashy as some of his co-stars, but Gunton became one of Hollywood's most reliable character actors. Today, Bob Gunton is 80 years old. His estimated net worth is believed to be around $3 million, and even decades later, fans still remember him as the man who ruled Shawshank Prison with a Bible in one hand and corruption in the other. Clancy Brown, Captain Byron Hadley. When Clancy Brown walked onto the set of The Shawshank Redemption, he was 35 years old. At 6 feet 3 inches tall with a commanding presence, he was the perfect choice to play the brutal prison guard Captain Byron Hadley. Hadley was one of the most feared men inside Shawshank. His temper was explosive. His authority unquestioned. One of the film's most shocking moments happens when Hadley violently beats a new prisoner on his first night in the prison yard. But here is what most people don't know. Clancy Brown is actually known in Hollywood as one of the friendliest actors in the business. Directors often describe him as thoughtful and gentle. That contrast made his performance even more powerful. After Shawshank, Brown's career exploded in unexpected ways. While he continued appearing in films and television, he became one of the most famous voice actors in animation history. Millions of viewers know his voice as Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob SquarePants. He also voiced the villain Lex Luthor in several DC animated series. What happened next surprised many fans. Instead of chasing traditional leading roles, Brown built a long career as one of the most versatile character actors in Hollywood. Today Clancy Brown is 66 years old and still working steadily in film, television, and voice acting. His estimated net worth today is around $5 million. Yet for many viewers, he will always be remembered as the terrifying guard who ruled Shawshank with fear. William Sadler, Haywood. One of the most memorable inmates in the film was Haywood, played by William Sadler. When the movie was filmed, Sadler was 44 years old. Haywood was not the loudest character in Shawshank, but he represented something important. He was the voice of the prison community, the man who watched everything unfold around him. His quiet reactions made some of the film's emotional moments even more powerful. But the real story is even more surprising. Before Shawshank, Sadler had already built a strong career in theater and film. Some viewers even recognized him from earlier roles like Die Hard 2. After the movie's release, Sadler continued working steadily in Hollywood. He appeared in films like The Green Mile and many popular television series. Years later, he returned to the big screen in a very unexpected place. He appeared as the President of the United States in Iron Man 3, introducing him to a completely new generation of fans. What happened next shows just how long his career has lasted. Today, William Sadler is 75 years old. Despite decades in the industry, he continues acting in film and television. His estimated net worth today is around $4 million, and even now fans still remember the quiet prisoner who witnessed Andy Dufresne slowly change the world inside Shawshank, our James Whitmore, Brooks Hatlin. Few characters in The Shawshank Redemption broke viewers' hearts like Brooks Hatlin. The gentle librarian who had spent decades inside Shawshank was played by legendary actor James Whitmore. When the film was shot, Whitmore was already 72 years old and had been acting for more than 40 years. Brooks represented a painful truth about prison life. After spending most of his life behind bars, he no longer knew how to survive in the outside world. The scene where Brooks leaves Shawshank remains one of the most emotional moments in the entire film. But here is what many viewers don't realize. James Whitmore was already a Hollywood legend long before Shawshank. He had been nominated for an Academy Award decades earlier and had appeared in dozens of films and television shows. After Shawshank, he continued acting well into his later years, appearing in several projects while also performing on stage. Whitmore was widely respected not only for his talent but for his humility and kindness. Sadly, he passed away in 2009 at the age of 87. His estimated net worth at the time of his passing was around $5 million. Even today, Brooks remains one of the most heartbreaking characters ever written, a man who reminded audiences that sometimes freedom can feel just as frightening as prison. Gil Bellows, Tommy Williams. In the later part of the film, a young prisoner arrives at Shawshank who changes everything. His name is Tommy Williams, played by Gil Bellows. At the time of filming, Bellows was only 26 years old, making him one of the youngest actors in the cast. Tommy brought energy and humor to the prison yard, but his story also becomes one of the most tragic in the entire film. The real story behind the role is fascinating. Bellows had originally been working mostly in television before landing the part in Shawshank. His performance caught the attention of many directors. Soon after the film, he gained even more fame, starring in the hit television series Ally McBeal during the late 1990s. But here is something interesting. Unlike many actors who chase constant attention, Bellows has chosen a quieter career. He continues acting while also focusing on producing and directing projects. Today, Gil Bellows is 58 years old. His estimated net worth is believed to be around $2 million. Even though his screen time in Shawshank was limited, his character played a crucial role in the story's turning point. And that moment changed everything for Andy Dufresne. Sure, Mark Rolston, Boggs Diamond. One of the most disturbing characters in the Shawshank Redemption was Boggs Diamond, played by actor Mark Rolston. During the filming of the movie, Rolston was 37 years old, and his chilling performance left a lasting impression on audiences. Boggs was the leader of a group of inmates who preyed on weaker prisoners. His scenes were uncomfortable to watch, but they served an important purpose in the story. They show just how brutal life inside Shawshank could be. But here is what most people don't know. Mark Rolston was already known for playing intense and dangerous characters long before Shawshank. Many viewers recognized him from action films like Aliens and Lethal Weapon 2. His sharp features and powerful screen presence made him a perfect choice for villain roles. What happened next surprised many fans. After Shawshank, Rolston continued appearing in dozens of movies and television series. He built a reputation as one of Hollywood's most dependable character actors. His career includes appearances in projects like The Departed, Saw 5, and several major television dramas. Unlike some actors who chase fame, Rolston focused on consistent work and strong performances. Today, Mark Rolston is 71 years old. His estimated net worth today is around $2 million, and although his character was one of the most feared inmates in Shawshank, Rolston's performance helped make the prison world of the film feel painfully real. Jeffrey DeMunn, District Attorney. Another familiar face in the film was Jeffrey DeMunn, who played the district attorney during Andy Dufresne's trial. When Shawshank was filmed, DeMunn was 47 years old. His role may have been brief, but it played a crucial part in setting the entire story in motion. The courtroom scenes established the tragic injustice that would define Andy's life inside Shawshank. But the real story behind Jeffrey DeMunn's career is even more surprising. DeMunn has been a longtime collaborator with director Frank Darabont, the man behind The Shawshank Redemption. In fact, the two have worked together on multiple projects over the years. After Shawshank, DeMunn continued building an impressive career in television and film. Many modern audiences recognize him from the hit series The Walking Dead, where he played Dale Horvath. His calm and thoughtful acting style made him a fan favorite on the show, but what happened next shows just how respected he is in the industry. DeMunn has spent decades performing on stage, television, and film, earning admiration from fellow actors and directors alike. Today, Jeffrey DeMunn is 77 years old. His estimated net worth is believed to be around $4 million. Even with only a short appearance in Shawshank, his role helped launch one of the most unforgettable stories in movie history. Larry Brandenburg, Skeet. The final actor on our list is Larry Brandenburg, who played the nervous prison inmate Skeet. At the time of filming, Brandenburg was 38 years old. Skeet appeared during some of the early prison scenes, helping establish the tense and unpredictable atmosphere inside Shawshank. While his role was small compared to others in the cast, it added to the realism that made the prison environment feel authentic. But here is something many viewers never realized. Larry Brandenburg has had a long and interesting career across both film and television. Over the years, he appeared in movies like The Untouchables and several popular television series. He built his reputation as a dependable supporting actor who could bring depth to even the smallest roles. What happened next is something that happens to many character actors in Hollywood. Instead of chasing fame, Brandenburg quietly continued working across different productions, contributing to projects behind the scenes and in front of the camera. While he never became a household name, his steady career showed how important supporting actors are in bringing stories to life. Today, Larry Brandenburg is around 70 years old and remains respected within the industry. His estimated net worth is believed to be around $1 million, and even though his role in Shawshank was brief, he helped build the believable world that made the film unforgettable. More than 30 years later, The Shawshank Redemption is no longer just a movie, it has become a symbol of hope. What started as a modest prison drama slowly grew into one of the most beloved films in history. The performances of its cast turned a quiet story about friendship and patience into something timeless. Some of the actors became legends, some continued steady careers, and some have sadly passed away, but their work lives on every time someone presses play and returns to Shawshank. The story of Andy and Red reminds us that even in the darkest places, hope can survive. If this movie ever inspired you, share your favorite memory of it in the comments. And if you enjoyed revisiting the cast then and now, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because sometimes the greatest stories only get better with time.